back again. Remember that project we did for Small Town Pioneer Museum?
Yeah.
Yes.
We have another one. Not actually with them as the project sponsors,
Okay.
but involved. We're involved with Small Town again, so it'll be good to see how our Living History House is going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, with all the fun we got there in the end, didn't we? Okay, so what we're actually doing this time is we've had our project sponsors are a couple who want us to do their wedding
Oh.
at Small Town Pioneer Museum.
Wonderful.
So, yes, so their names are, what are their names? Oh, Sarah McDuff and Brian O'Callaghan. Okay, and they're a lovely couple. I've spoken to them, and they have got quite a few ideas for their wedding. Now, they've obviously chosen Small Town Pioneer Museum because they want to have a pioneer wedding, an Australian wedding as it would have been in the late
That is
1800s.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And it gets even cooler because of their Irish and their Scottish heritage, and also because they said that would reflect what the pioneers were like. They were British, Irish, Scottish, in those times, the pioneers. They want to incorporate a lot of British, Irish and Scottish wedding traditions, but
Yeah.
also mix it in with the whole Australia,
Yeah.
as it would have been for people in the 1800s, that mix of their traditional culture and
Yeah.
this new land they were in. And so they want to sort of combine that. So the theme, as I just said, was a pioneer wedding, but with what sort of music do you think they like? This will be interesting to see if you know.
Well, Irish.
With Irish music.
Oh,
Celtic.
yeah, the ceilidh. They want to have a ceilidh.
Ah.
So you know what a ceilidh is, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need to find a ceilidh band.
Okay.
And we need to have a ceilidh dance caller, so and a bit of bush dancing, that sort of
Oh,
thing.
that'd be-
So
that'd
the
be
good,
Scottish, the reels where they
Yeah.
all,
Yeah.
Yep.
and they call out the dance and everything, do-si-do and all that
Yeah.
sort of stuff.
Yeah. Fantastic.
So
Well,
they
that
wanna
brings
have-
back memories.
Yeah, doesn't it? And so they want to have a ceilidh and a bit of bush dancing, and so we need to find a ceilidh band. We need to incorporate British, Irish, and Scottish wedding traditions. I'm thinking, Sal, that might be something that you enjoy researching.
Definitely.
And we can talk with Sarah in particular.
Yeah.
She's Scottish. Her background is Scottish, so
Yeah.
she's wanted quite a few of those. And Brian is Irish. So.
Yeah.
So some of the things that they've said that they want is
Yeah.
around that must-haves, deliverables. They want the wedding service to be in a church with a
Yeah.
celebrant, and the church to be decorated with Australian native flora,
Okay.
like the pioneers would
Yeah.
have done. They
Yeah.
would have had access to, but. Just as a little nod to Scotland, if we can find thistle and heather
Ah,
to mix in with the Australian flora, so that
Yeah.
would be
a bit of challenging
It
here.
is.
Yeah,
There's
you
a,
up
there's
to
a
it?
challenge
Yeah.
for us.
I
We
love
never back down
challenges.
from a challenge.
No.
Yes. So, and they want an organist to play the traditional marches.
Okay.
So that would be that's only just for the ceremony, really. That
Yeah.
The organist.
Yes.
Oh, that
Oh,
is
we
easy.
can sort
Yeah.
that.
That is easy.
They want formal photos, and they want a videographer to record all of the wedding.
Okay.
And they
Michael
want-
could do that.
Oh yes, we used him at the
Michael,
last.
yeah.
Yeah.
He would be
Yes,
And that's
he's
his
a
favourite
reasonable
thing when
price
he's
as
doing-
well.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have a word with him.
Yeah,
And I'll
I'm-
put the quote through.
Yeah. I have a budget that I have in mind. About $30,000 they're willing to go,
Okay.
but we've got like a $10,000 contingency
Okay.
budget. So,
Well, I'll get back to you with. I'll speak to
Yeah.
Michael. I can
Okay.
actually. I'm seeing him
Yeah.
tomorrow. So.
well, we can do all of this in the traceability table.
Sure. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. Okay. And they want the reception to be a 50 people sit down hog roast.
Ooh.
Now, obviously, there will be vegetarians and
Yeah.
there will be sides. So we need to find a place that does a hog roast, traditional hog roast, and vegetarian options and
Yeah.
those sorts of things. They want the wedding cake with speeches and the order of reception. And this is where she threw out a few ideas of the traditions. She wants hand fasting, the bouquet throwing, all those sorts of traditional things, and first dance. So they want an MC to go through the order of the.
Right.
So we do know an MC, don't we, from the last wedding that
Well,
we did?
it's Michael's cousin who emceed that last one, so maybe when
Yeah.
I speak to him, I'll ask
Family
about the cousin.
business.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing like
Keep it in
family.
the family.
Yeah. And then they want to have the ceilidh, the bush dancing and the ceilidh dancing with the dance caller. So, and that would be the whole reception. The sorts of quotes and research that we want, which I have put some examples of these onto our requirements traceability table.
No,
Yeah.
yes.
Appendix A. Oh, I haven't handed you these out.
No.
I am so
Oh,
very
no,
sorry.
I'm totally engrossed. I don't need one.
You explained so
Yeah.
well that, yeah.
So we would need to hire and assess the venue. Now, obviously, they want Small Town Pioneer Church, so we need to get it for the one of the constraints that we have on a project like this is it has to be that date. We don't have any fudge room on that. So if we come up against any problems, we're going to have to obviously compromise the quality
Yeah, yeah,
or the cost.
yeah.
Okay.
But we have that contingency fund
Yeah.
to push through that.
Alright.
We need to the flowers and the decorations. We've already said that as you as the procurement administrator contracts. Hire of the MC, hire of the celebrant, hire of the caterers to do the hog roast with signs and vegetarian options for 50 people. Cost of alcohol refreshments for 50 people. Obviously, we want to have alcohol and soft drinks.
Sure.
Cost of the wedding cake and hire of tables and chairs for 50 people to sit down dinner with a bridal table. They want the traditional bridal table with the parents sit.
Understood.
You know,
Yeah.
for the speeches. If we have a look at the requirements traceability table, Appendix A,
Got it.
we can see I've already had a quick look at some flowers for the Brisbane area,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but we obviously want something to be a
Pedal
bit
Head
more
Farm, yeah.
local
Yeah.
because it's
Some
sort of
local, yeah.
north, it's Sunshine Coast more than Brisbane. And I have had a little bit of a look for a Kaylee band. They
Yeah.
do exist, so we've
Yeah.
just got to try.
Yeah.
I'll put my feelers out as well.
Yeah, well that's true. Michael's cousin and also.
Yeah,
Michael,
yeah,
we'll see what
he really does that,
They know someone. Someone knows
Place to
someone.
Yeah. And then I've got a website as well with a list of Scottish wedding traditions.
Yeah.
I think she did speak to me about one where it's they share it's called the Quake or something, and they share from a two-handled mug, and
Yeah.
and the bride and the groom both have a drink
Yeah.
from a whiskey or something like that.
I've heard of a shotgun being involved in a lot of
Ah.
Scottish weddings.
That would be up at Gretna Green. And then, so what we'll have to do is we will actually have to make sure that the MC is aware of all these traditions.
Yeah.
Okay. The next thing that we will need to put together is a project charter. So,
Okay.
if we can meet, how are we going for time?
Well, I think we're doing okay.
Nothing.
But
Yeah.
But I've got another meeting after lunch, but I've got
Okay.
loads of time right now.
I'll get us together so that we can go through and do the
Well, I'm seeing
This-
Mike. Sorry to interrupt, but I'm seeing Mike this afternoon, so can I get back
Okay,
to you
well, you
tomorrow?
can-
Can
yeah,
I email
definitely.
you this afternoon?
You've got
I know
the
it's late now,
traceability
but
table.
yeah.
If you add to it with anything that you
And get
find,
back to you.
yeah, and pop it down here, then we all know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we
Well,
that's
we
one of that's
we're
one of,
seeing each other later,
yeah.
so I'll,
That's one of the important things
We'll
about this
brainstorm.
project is we
Okay.
have to make sure that everything is documented.
Yeah.
So
Understood.
that
Easy,
everybody.
yeah.
So if you're not here, then Sal can
Paper trail.
she can paper trail. Just
Good.
make sure that somebody
Okay.
has access to the information that you found.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So we'll get together next time and we'll put together the project charter and
Yeah.
we'll get started. We have until, this is one thing I didn't tell you, it's in July. July
Okay, we've got a few
23rd.
months.
We've still got a few
Yeah,
months.
we've got a few
Yeah.
months to get together.
So,
Yeah.
but we
Yeah.
must get everything booked early, like the
Yeah.
venue and everything.
Yeah, should it be manageable?
Yes,
Perfect.
and
Yeah.
then we will get together. We've got to make sure as well we get together with our project sponsors as well frequently because obviously if we can't get resources, we need to liaise with them to see what
Yeah.
a
Yep.
substitute could be
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
Okay, well thank
Okay.
you. See you at the next
Fantastic.
meeting.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.